I love my kitchen because there's a lot of space, but my plastics cupboard just gets revolting because it is so full all of the time. Check it out. So today is the day to pull it all out, throw half of it away, give it to charity, give it to someone else, and get it all sorted. Come with me on the journey. And part of the reason I want to do this is because I have appliances on my bench top and I can't see the bench top. So I want to be able to fit them in the cupboard so that I can then use the bench tops. Let's see if we can make this happen. That's what I mean about the bench top being covered. This tiny little space here is for like making sandwiches, and the rest of it is that. So I'm just going to wipe over my bench top. These wipes that I'm using there, the Coles disinfectant wipes. I have heaps left over from COVID, so I just use them all around the house at the moment. And then we will be able to put things on here. Yay! Seriously, this is really quite overwhelming because the bench is already covered in plastics and there's at least a third of the cupboard that's still not out. I mean, I don't even know who needs this much plastic. No one needs this much plastic. Check it out. Oh my goodness. Like, honestly. And then in here, okay, the top shelf's nearly done, but look down there. My God. Okay, so it's all out of the cupboards here, and I've had to like go on the stove and just go all over the shop because honestly, this is just revolting. But there is that much stuff, and now finally the cupboard is empty. So it is a huge cupboard, like admittedly, to house and hold all of this stuff. Like it had to be huge, but there's just no excuse for having that much crap. So now I'm going to talk you through my madness and my method, which I honestly don't know myself either. I'm going to wing it and hope for the best. But first of all, I'm going to get in there and Ajax that cupboard and just make sure that cupboard is nice and clean so that I have a clean slate to start with. The Tupperware was clean when it went in the cupboard. I am going to look over some of it, especially the stuff that was sort of at the back. I know the stuff at the front has been used recently, but the stuff at the back, there might be some stuff that I need to give a good wash to. So step one, Ajax. Let's start with that. Okay, so the lawnmower man has started outside, so you can probably hear him in the distance, but Kiana is down having a nap, and so this is the perfect time for me to get going with this video. So we will keep plodding through. So I have just finished Ajax in the cupboard before I went and put her down for a nap, and so right now we have empty cupboards and way too much stuff on the bench. So the second step for me is going to be that I'm going to get rid of all of my takeaway containers. So things that have come from like Chinese restaurants, Thai restaurants, all that sort of stuff. I'm just going to put them straight in my recycling bin. And I'm probably going to keep maybe just two. Because sometimes, you know, someone comes over, my sister, my mum, and we've got leftover food and I want to give that to them to take away. But I know that I eat takeout at least once a week, so that will be replenished. So I don't need to keep more than two of those. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I have done that step, and as you can see in my bin, there are some takeaway containers. That really didn't make as much of an indent though as I imagined that it would. So it turns out most of this stuff is actually usable plastic, like as in, I mean, it's all usable plastic really, but the type of plastic that you buy at the supermarket or at Kmart. And I gotta be honest with you, there's a lot of stuff here that I have spent a lot of money on, and often it's stuff like this one. Hang on, I haven't even opened it, you know. I don't know what makes me do things like this, but sometimes I see something and I'm that person that goes, you know what, that's a bargain, I'm going to get that. Or, oh, that's a really neat way to try that, I'll test it out. And one thing I've always wanted to be able to do is poach an egg. And I have bought every type of egg poacher that you can think of. And this one was yet another egg poacher. See? Can you see it? Steamed egg poacher. Which I haven't even tested. And yeah, all the other egg poachers, I know I can't use them. They're probably great for other people, but they just don't work for me. And so The next step, so we've done, step 1 was Ajax, step 2 was chuck away your takeaway containers. So step 3 is going to be match up my bases to lids, because to be completely frank, I don't know if I've got half the lids for the things that are here. So I think if I match up the lids to the bases, I'll get a much better idea of what I actually have and what needs to just go. So if you're just sitting there watching me do this, why don't you take your phone into your kitchen and follow along with me and do the same thing? It'll make me feel better, because you can tell me down below that you did it, and then I won't feel like such a loony. You can also tell me how much plastic you had and whether I am just like way over the top. Come on, do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm kind of getting there. I'm putting like all the lids with the containers and then putting them inside each other to see if I can stack them to put in the cupboard, but there's still like so many of them. And then this section is still the bit that I don't know what I'm doing with. And then at this end, what I've discovered is I have this whole range of like sentimental things that I just don't know what to do with. So, and they are the egg poachers, or some of them. So yeah, I think my next step is just to keep plodding away at this until I really fix up this section here, and then we'll see where we're at. Okay, so I'm going to try and talk you through my dilemma here. All right, I have 3 of these kind of shakers for like diet shakes. I use them quite a bit actually, but I haven't used them in ages because I couldn't find them. They were at the back. I have 3, I probably don't need them. This one is really old, doesn't actually have a measuring thing on it anymore, so I literally like drew a black line on there. This one here is Tupperware, so it was the most expensive, so I kind of feel like I need to keep that one. And this one here, I think came in a show bag one year, but it's got like all its bits still with the measurements. So I think I'm going to keep those 2 and chuck that one. Okay, so I have done as much putting the lids with the containers as I can do at the moment, I think. I am about to start putting some stuff back into the cupboards to see if it fits. I have taken a few things out and put them in a pile of things to give away, because I do have a lady coming in this afternoon to pick up some mugs and things I was giving away, so I'm going to offer them to her. And I've also put some things to the side that I think I'm going to be able to possibly sell, even if it's just for like $5 for a big bunch of stuff. So we'll see how we go. So let's start putting things away. Okay, so I've put my first lot in. They're at the back over there. They're kind of the bigger containers that I might put cakes and things in for birthday parties, with a few smaller ones in the top that are pretty easy to reach out. Here I've got some chocolate molds and biscuit cuttings inside of a container, and then on top of that I plan to put this one, which has, you know, containers inside of containers. So that will be beside the big one. So I'm pretty much finally done. It has taken me hours. I am stuffed, if I can be honest with you. And anyway, let me show you the final product. So I managed to put my pressure cooker and the coffee machine underneath. I wasn't able to do the same with my air fryer because he's too tall, but I think it looks a whole heap better. So yeah, very happy with the results. So that's a wrap, guys. I am done for the night. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, please subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if you followed along and did the same at your place. And yeah, I really hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.